This is Pro Series Off Topic.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pro Series Off Topic, episode 4. A lot of country music this week, and I want to start out with my week roundup. If you follow me, you've noticed I kind of post a Pro Series episode, and then in the middle, I post kind of something that I did that week or something to promote, and then I do one of these episodes. But this week, I did a reel of kind of everything that happened this week. I had a very busy week work-wise. So we started out, I actually have been friends with Cynthia Jackson from Maserati in Bentley, Pittsburgh, and Wexford for a while now on social media. And once I kind of developed this off-topic branch of Pro Series, we started talking about maybe doing some type of collaboration there, because off-topic meaning there's no boundaries anymore. It's not design related. Cynthia Jackson, has a background in fashion design, but Maserati and Bentley are very customizable. I stopped in on Tuesday. She invited me in just to see their new the new SUV that just came out, Maserati Grecale, it's a beautiful SUV. Definitely go stop in and see, and it's at a very surprising price point. It's starting at like $63,500, which, in my opinion, that's a huge deal on Maserati. And I think the one I was looking at in the showroom was $68,000. Not that I'm buying it. Don't think that at all. I literally just went to go see it for social media, and I just love cars. So it's beautiful. Definitely go check it out. They're great there. I've been into so many car dealerships when I'm personally looking for a car, and I walk in, and I still look young, and when I walk in, people don't approach me at all. They think maybe because I'm young that I can't purchase a car. I don't know. But as soon as I stepped into that showroom, someone welcomed me, which was absolutely amazing. And I just, I had jeans and a polo on, and there was no judgment there, which surprised me. But like, go over there. They're all great people. Cynthia Jackson is the one that helped me out, but honestly, every single person there welcomed me and said hi, and I don't think they knew why I was there and what I was meeting there for. Maybe they thought I was buying a car. I don't know, but they were all absolutely great people. So definitely go check out the Grecale and Maserati and Bentley, Pittsburgh. They have more than just the Bentley and Maserati. They have some awesome exotics and some other certified cars. So definitely go check them out. Next, as some of you probably know if you follow me, I'm on the board here for our NKBA chapter, Pittsburgh Tri-State, here in Pittsburgh. And we had an event at MSI Pittsburgh in Bridgeville this week for designers. And we had an industry professional kind of teach them 2020, which is a software program for kitchen and bath designers. Just tips and tricks on how to make it more customizable for your client, and making sure you use 2020 software to its full extent. It was a huge success. MSI showroom is beautiful. Love doing events there. They're all great people. So if you're in the market for tile, outdoor pavers, countertop, flooring, anything, go there. They have pretty much everything on display. It's a beautiful showroom. So definitely go check them out. And then also Cosentino, which is a big countertop manufacturer. They're based out of Spain, but they have a city center here in Pittsburgh, kind of in Freedom, kind of the edge of Cranberry. But they had a launch party this week for Pietra Kode, which was awesome. Cosentino always does, and a beautiful event. They had electric violinist. They had all the colors. Definitely check out my reel to check out the new colors. They're very different than any other countertop fabricator out there. They're they're bringing back the nature of stone. So this is a man-made decked-in product, but they're a beautiful like sandstone look in just different shades. It's a great look. It's giving that organic look that the trends are leaning towards nowadays. So if you're ever in the Cranberry Freedom area, definitely check in Cosentino City Center to check out some of those slabs and whatever else they have. And then we ended the week. Today, releasing this episode is Mother's Day, so everybody listening, if you're a mother, happy Mother's Day. Me and my brother actually pitched in and got my mom tickets to the Brooks and Dunn concert this week. Actually, Friday, we went. It was a great concert. Brooks and Dunn was always one of the artists I had on my bucket list to see, and it was so great to see them. Their opener was Megan Maroney, which was awesome. I talked about her last week, having her debut album come out last Friday, and she was amazing. And then also Scotty McCreery was their main opener. I've been a fan of his since Idol, so it was awesome to see him. Honestly, all three of them sound better in person than they do on their records, which is saying a lot because they sound amazing on record. But they did these awesome country covers of 90s and early 2000s country songs that did an amazing job. Usually when you do a cover, sometimes it's kind of cringy hearing, and you're kind of judging it from the original, but they did an amazing job. I love that. It was a great concert. If Brooks and Dunn and Scotty and Megan are coming to your town, definitely check them out. Last week we talked about the MediaBase. Morgan Wallen was number one with Last Night. We have a new number one on the MediaBase. Corey Kent, Wild as Her, is number one. Morgan Wallen is number two with Last Night. 3 is Tyler Hubbard, Dancing in the Country. And number 5 is Scotty McCreery, It Matters to Her, which was great live. Again, he kind of thanked everybody that he's in the top 5. And then also Dan and Shay's number 5 with You, which is surprising. I feel like Dan and Shay kind of stepped out of the limelight for a while, and I kind of forgot about this song because I loved this song when the album came out a couple years ago, and it just slowly, creepily coming up the charts, which is awesome for them. It just Dan being a Pittsburgh guy, it's always great to cheer on the Pittsburgh people. But also 6, Megan Maroney, Tennessee Orange. That was awesome to see. I think it was kind of funny because a lot of the people at the concert didn't know who she was until she sang that song, which is so funny. And I love those moments because looking back, when she has her own arena tour one day, knowing that I saw her open up for Brooks and Dunn, and she literally had this song. It didn't even get to number 1 yet. And people knew it and they were singing it, which was amazing. I think she said that this was her first arena tour, which is crazy to have your first arena tour with Brooks and Dunn. That's just insane. Way to top it off there. But that's the country media base this week. Also, ACMs were this week. I couldn't watch a lot of it because of the Cosentino event on Thursday night, so I kind of got a glimpse of it on probably a half an hour of it. If those who have not seen it, you can go on Amazon Prime. I don't think you need a membership right now. It was live, which is strange. It's just a weird concept to have it on a streaming service. Second year they're doing it. There's no commercials, so it's kind of long, but it's nonstop. And let's go over a couple of the winners. The biggest winner of the night was Chris Stapleton for Entertainer of the Year, which, in my opinion, I love Chris Stapleton, but it was very surprising. He was on the Bobby Bones show earlier that day talking about, he was asked if he was going to perform, and he said no, he was in between albums and there's really nothing to promote. And then he goes and wins the biggest award in country music, which is kind of confusing. He even admitted on stage that not that he didn't deserve it, but there were so many more people that deserved it. And in my honest opinion, I thought it was going to be Carrie, Morgan, or Luke Combs. Honestly, Carrie being, obviously I'm a big fan, but I think she's the only female that had a headlining tour that's just completely sold out in the past year, had an album, the residency, everything. Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs are starting a huge tour, but they're kind of in the beginning of it. They had a tour last year, but And they also had albums come out, but they kind of didn't make the deadline for the show. So I just thought Carrie was the shoe-in. But if you follow her on social media, she definitely did not attend. She posted vacation pictures the day of or the day before. Um, and I mean, if you follow any Carrie fans on any social media, they were kind of happy that she wasn't there. She's been snipped on so many of these award shows. In my honest opinion, CMAs and ACMs are losing their luster. They're just not as prestigious of an award show as they used to be. I think they're losing the meaning of what they once were. I feel like a lot of the people that win are either part of the management companies or whatever that run the shows. But the award show wasn't completely a bust. Lainey Wilson won Female Artist of the Year, which was very well deserved. I don't know if it was more well deserved than Carrie. I mean, Carrie wasn't even nominated for a Female Artist of the Year, and she was the only female artist that had a headlining arena tour that was completely sold out and an album, which was strange that she wasn't nominated. But Lainey Wilson was definitely the best of who was nominated. She's had an incredible year, and I think she's going to be in that Entertainer of the Year category for both CMAs and ACMs coming up. And she has such a huge career. She had an amazing performance. That was like one of the only performances I actually saw. Her, Dolly. I saw a glimpse of the ending of Luke Combs in Ed Sheeran's song, which I will talk about in new music in a little bit. But yeah, that was awesome. And then Morgan Wallen won Male Artist of the Year, which was so well deserved. He's been busting his butt, and a lot of news came out with him this week, with him canceling 6 weeks of his tour due to vocal arrest. And there's so many rumors that I'm not going to talk about because it's just stupid. Once people are on top, they always make up these rumors. If they're true, they're true, but I'm not going to spread a rumor that's not completely true, or he has said anything other than what he has said on social media. So I'm not going to be a media platform that's just going to talk about what everybody else is talking about, because I'm not going to shove it down your throat. But yeah, it's well deserved. Morgan Wallen. He was not there, obviously, due to his vocal arrest and everything, but hopefully he gets back on the grind. He's still killing it. He still has 2 songs in the top 10 of Country Music's MediaBase Chart, which is, insane. But let's do over the year not Brooks and Dunn, Brothers Osborne, which was another odd one because they just started coming out with their new music right now. But honestly, duos have been kind of like a album in betweeners right now. So I guess they're probably the most well deserving for that. Group of the Year, Old Dominion. Obviously, they're the only dominating group at the moment with the album out, touring, all of that. Hilly Witters won New Female Artist of the Year, which was well deserved, and also Zach Bryan with Male Artist of the Year, which I think he's going to be huge. But I know he does not want anything to do with this mainstream country world. He kind of said something about the CMAs, that he wanted to throw a concert during the CMAs outside the arena next year. He just doesn't care about the awards, which is something that it says a lot about the artist and how much he just cares about just making music and not the accolades that come with it and being on the charts and everything. His American Heartbreak album is absolutely amazing. No skip album that he's bringing this completely new sound to country music, which I absolutely love and excited for. So definitely check that out. And let's talk about new music. There's a lot of new music that came out. The biggest one, in my opinion, was Parker McCollum's new album, Never Enough. Awesome album. His last album, Blue Chain Cowboy, was one of my favorite albums over COVID. And this album just did not disappoint. There's some great songs. He just released the Burn It Down music video. I'm not sure if that's his new single or what, but it was an awesome video. But some of the great songs on there are Have You Ever Have You Ever Heard Again, Don't Blame Me, I Ain't Going Nowhere. Definitely check out that album. It's great. I did not hear any of Bailey Zimmerman's new album. I still need to listen to that, his new debut album. Jason Aldean came out with new single, Tough Crowd. I believe he sang that at the ACMs, but honestly, I didn't see that part because I was at an event. But Ed Sheeran released a song that he sang with Luke Combs at the ACMs called Life Goes On, and it is absolutely amazing. It's been on repeat on my phone for the past 2 days. Luke Combs sounds so different in the song, which is a really cool change. It's a great song. I think it's going to be a monster hit. But also Luke Combs came out with, where he was featured on Riley Green's song that he released probably like a month ago, but he released a new version with Luke Combs called Different Round Here. Honestly, I was kind of disappointed in the arrangement of it, just because Luke Combs is not really in the song the way that I thought he would be. He's more of like a background singer. He has a couple like main parts, but it's odd. It's almost, I love Riley Green and his music, but it's almost like he's searching for a number one, or to use Luke Combs or whatever. I don't know. But it's a good song. I was disappointed in the arrangement of there. And then Sam Hunt came out with a new single called Woman in My Life. He did talk about how he is not going to be coming out with a traditional album anytime soon, but he has a lot of singles that he wants to release, and he's been leaning really, really traditional lately, which is really cool. I've been a Sam Hunt fan since Montevello and In Between the Pines, so it's great to see this. He's always been very country the way he writes and everything. It's just I think people kind of associate him with the bro country era, which is when he kind of got famous. But yeah, this is a great song. And then lastly, Dolly Parton announced her Rockstar album, which she actually sang the first single, World on Fire, closing out the ACMs, which was pretty cool. It's strange to see Dolly come out with this rock, but it makes sense. It really does. She was honored into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last year, and she said she needs to make an album, so she feels fulfilled in that role. So she's doing it. It's kudos to her. And this album has like Miley Cyrus, Pink, so many awesome artists on there. I think some of them are covers, some of them are originals. It's going to be a pretty awesome album. But yeah, so that's this week's episode 4 of the Pro Series Off Topic. Like always, message me if you have any topics to talk about. It's crazy how I went from interior design. I'm still doing interior design stuff, and a lot of my content on my social media is interior design, and I have a lot more coming. I'm working on a big project now that will be coming out in the summer that is all interior design based. But once I came off these off topics and I talk about country music, how many people started following me or messaging me about country music that are in that world it's crazy. And it's just, the power of social media is absolutely insane. I love it. Country music has been there since day one for me. I've been listening to it since I was little, so being able to talk about it is fun, and just it's a great hobby outside the interior design world to be a part of, and that's the main reason why I started off topic. So hopefully you're enjoying these. If you have any topics that you want to talk about outside of interior design, message. I could always take calls, or I will be getting guests on soon. But again, this wasn't made for a guest every week, or just every once in a while. So let me know, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there listening, and have a great week. We will talk next week on Pro Series Off Topic.